There's a lot of books that just flip-floppity give you the same old spiel that everybody else does, but nothing really goes into it like my eCourse. And if you guys have already done it, if you guys like it, please don't share it with your friends. Don't share the logins, please, because that's messed up. Just invest off people that they trust and have had a good track record. And that sounds a little irresponsible, but that's what passive investors do. And it's probably a better way of going about it, because if you invest with honest people, a lot of these deals, if you stabilize assets, they run themselves.
This is a story about a dude named Lane. And then one day he went and tried to rent them out, and then he became one of the man.
How do you evaluate a commercial real estate syndication as an LP? What criteria do you use? There's a myriad of different things you can look at. What I would do is take a look at the syndication LP eCourse. It takes most people 8 to 12 hours to go through here, the sections. What I'll highlight here is the numbers section, where we talk a lot about the numbers, because the problem with syndication deals is, and you watch a lot of the webinars, and people always say, we're being conservative, trust us. What the heck does conservative mean? Because I'll flip through a pitch deck and I'll be like, the heck, where are they getting conservative from? They're using, like, they're not increasing their reversion cap one bit. They're actually reversing it. Their rent increases seem really high. I don't know how they're going to get $400 rent increases. And they're assuming that the rents are going to go up 3-4% every year. So a lot of those things I just rattled off are in this number section. What I would suggest, go through the first few sections, first get to the number section, actually the first 4 sections, and then watch some of our past deal webinars, and you can see a lot of things come to light. Where if you just watch old deal webinars, it probably just goes right over your head. So this course, I think it's a few $100, but if you become an investor with us, I do refund this for you, because we do educate investors. And when I mean educate investors, you need to go through this 8 to 12 hours. Now what you're able to do is talk the talk. And that is what we're trying to bridge you guys over to: coming out, joining the Family Office Ohana group, interacting with other real investors, building relationships with them. And that's really what passive investors do. They don't really look at the deal. They just invest off people that they trust and have had a good track record. And that sounds a little irresponsible, but that's what passive investors do. And it's probably a better way of going about it, because if you invest with honest people, a lot of these deals, if you stabilize assets, they run themselves. For a lot of you more advanced people, I would check out like the bonus sections, where a lot of my students, we just get on the call for an hour. There's several of these calls where we just go back and forth. This is like the syndicator lies section, where there's a whole bunch of things that I pointed out and called BS on as a general partner looking at other people's deals. There is this video series, like I said, where my students have gone through and asked these different questions after going through all the basics, of course. I think this is when you get into that second layer. So a lot of these questions get answered here, and it makes for a great conversation. And these are the conversations that you have with other of your peers going through this stuff. So again, check that out. And there's a good download here at the very end, the syndication due diligence scorecard checklist. It gives you like, I don't know how, maybe like 100 questions to ask that you probably shouldn't ask the general partner. You should already be knowing if you're going to invest based on your peer network. It's a trick question, but that's how I would evaluate commercial real estate syndication. Through this content that I've created, I don't think that there's anything else like it out there. There's a lot of books that just flip-floppity give you the same old spiel that everybody else does, but nothing really goes into it like my eCourse. And if you guys have already done it, if you guys like it, please don't share it with your friends. Don't share the logins, please, because that's messed up. I don't care. Share the syndication like eCourse, which is this URL up here, with your friend, so that you can build up your network around you. To me, your friends can find other people, and that's really how this all moves. And this is why people join the Family Office Ohana Mastermind.
This website offers very general information concerning real estate for investment purposes. Every investor's situation is unique. Always seek the services of licensed third-party appraisers and inspectors to verify the value and condition of any property you intend to purchase. Use the services of professional title and escrow companies and licensed tax, investment, and/or legal advisor before relying on any information contained herein. Information is not guaranteed, as in every investment there is risk. The content found here is just my opinion, and things change, and I reserve the right to change my mind. Above all else, do your own analysis and think for yourself, because in the end, you are the only person who is going to look out for your best